Well, good morning. Thanks for joining me here on the beach. It's another beautiful morning. Today, I think what I want to discuss, the difference between recovered and recovering. That's a hot topic sometimes in recovery. Some people claim that they are recovered, and others claim not to be recovered, that they're recovering. And this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm asking for feedback, for my listeners to tell me how they feel about this. I want to know your opinion on whether you are recovering or are you recovered. Now, there's a lot to be said for both sides. Both have some very valid arguments, and we're going to discuss that a little bit in this video today. So, hope you guys are doing well. Let's talk about it. So the debate continues. Are we recovered or are we recovering? You know, according to the Big Book, 100 men and women who have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. That word is used several times, recovered. My first question is, well, let's say you've got a headache and you take some ibuprofen or Tylenol or something and the headache goes away. Do you continue to take the medicine or are you recovered? If you're recovered from your headache, you're not going to continue to take ibuprofen or Tylenol. Recovered means you're not ill anymore. Between you and me, I'm still ill. I may have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state, but I'm not well. I am not well. The Big Book also says that what we really have is a daily reprieve, and that's contingent upon the maintenance of our spiritual condition. So what that means is that I have to keep taking the medicine, right? If I stop taking the medicine, i.e. the 12 steps, if I stop living this way of life, I'm going to go right back to the same old way of life. There are other arguments about this as well, and they're valid. If I'm not recovered, that means I'm broken? Well, that's one way of looking at it. I'm not broken anymore. So am I recovered? You know, I think it comes down to like splitting hairs, to be honest with you. In a way, I feel like, who cares whether it's recovered or recovering or recovery or, you know, the lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. Hundreds, probably, of alcoholics, they claim to be recovered. And then there are many, just as many, that say they're in recovery. So, you know, who's right, who's wrong? I don't think there is a right and wrong. Personally, I think it's a personal thing. It's something that you decide for yourself how you feel about that. I think once you decide how you feel about it, I don't think it's your job to recruit other people to feel the same way that you do. Okay? I mean, I'll tell you my opinion if you ask, or if you watch this video, because I'm going to be telling you my opinion. But I'm certainly not going to try to sell you on believing the way I believe. You know, and I've dealt with that in the past, where people are like, no, man, let's open the book and look and see what it says. This is what it says. I know exactly what it says. I've been through that book many, many times. And I also know that Bill Wilson was quite the salesman. Can you imagine starting the book out with, we are 100 men and women who are recovering from a hopeless state of mind and body. Exactly how we got into recovery is what this book is about. That's not going to sell the book. That's not going to sell people on recovery. So the fact that Bill Wilson was trying to sell a book is something to consider. Now, what it really comes down to is this. How can you maintain your sobriety? That's what it comes down to. If you can consider yourself recovered, but still take the medicine, then I'm all for it, whatever. The 12 steps is my medicine, and it's a way of life. I have to continue this. I only have a daily reprieve. What am I doing today to achieve being recovered? Recovered is a destination, and recovery is a journey. Now, I'm pretty sure each and every one of you has an opinion on this topic. I want to know, are you recovered or are you recovering? Are you recovered or are you living the life of recovery, experiencing a daily reprieve that's contingent upon the maintenance of your spiritual condition? I think by now you probably know that my opinion is that I am in recovery. I will never be completely recovered from this illness. And that's what it is. It's an illness. If I tell myself that I'm recovered, I know me. That means that I'm done. If I'm recovered, why do I still continue to take the medicine? Why do I practice the principles? Why do I live a life based on the 12 steps? For me, it's important to know that I'm not well and that I remain in recovery. Recovery is a journey. Recovered is a destination. I'll be recovered the day they put me in the ground. Now, that doesn't mean that I want you to think the same way or to feel that way. I'm not trying to sell you on the idea. I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm asking you for yours. I'm not asking you to try to sell me on your ideas either. I've been around long enough to have decided on my own. I think it's important to make that distinction between the two, because this is a way of life, whether you're recovered or in recovery. So I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, leave a comment about your recovery or recovered. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.